Alright, so she didn't actually take a photo when they started fighting. She took the photo before they started fighting. Which is a little strange because, like, why would you take a photo then if you don't expect something to happen? They started fighting, and then they took the photo. I'm gonna present this here, because they're not fighting. What's she talking about? Witness! When you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see, the photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. Dough. What? My apologies, young lady, but Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he? I'm sorry. I am a very bad girl, you are. I used it all up, the film, I mean. You ran out of film? This photo was the last one. What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all of the photographs she took that day. All the other photos were of the witness herself playing among the wildflowers. She took selfies of herself in the rain among wildflowers that haven't bloomed yet because it's February. The witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself? Yes, Mia, they call it selfies. All the kids do it these days. I remember taking some photos of myself once too. Please, no details. It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. Wait, just a minute. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh? But no, she said they started fighting and then she took the photos. But the photo was from before they started fighting. Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. That's not Edgeworth. That's an awful analogy. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. No, he's not. That's awful. Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed. Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy's really a sucker for sweet talk. Ha! It looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Can you stop calling woman kitten like it's actually sexual harassment? Yeah, it's sickening. You're sickening. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Oh wait. This is the same as before. So there's something else. Wait a minute, this is the same testimony. Oh wait, this is new? Wait, what on earth? This is new? The victim turned around and tried to run away. The victim? Why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal. This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If it had been a quaggy woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently. Well, if it was a quaggy woman like you, she would have acted differently. Quaggy, why you? If it had been me, I probably would have just jumped into the river. There's still something wrong with this testimony. She only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. So you're saying Sergeant Hawthorne wasn't able to get away from him? Well, it's a narrow bridge and it was swaying back and forth. If you ask me, both of them were in danger of falling off. I only wish I could have done something to help her. That seems to make sense. I wonder about that. Something seems kind of off. Ha, does it now? You have a good sixth sense. It's called an ability to read a map, Armando. The bridge was broken. She was on the broken side. She had nowhere to go. When you feel that something's off, that's when you need to figure out why. I don't feel anything, Armando. You're an idiot. If Terry Falls isn't the criminal... Alright, we've seen this before. Victim turned and tried to run away. I'm gonna save the game. Alright, look. Look. She was here. She looked over past this to here. So the guy was standing here, the woman was standing here. There's nothing behind her, it's broken. And right? So he's on the left, she's on the right. So he was definitely between her and the car. Witness! Your testimony is a joke! Huh? What? But I just... Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry! One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse! You say there were two contradictions! It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then, she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have ran even 5. Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side. Which, by the way, why is that not repaired? Is the government failing in its duty to maintain infrastructure? What? What does all this mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. No, gurk. This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court. Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There is one major mistake in this diagram. What did you say? What are you referring to? It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge, we couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you're saying... I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there is no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. You're crazy? The map was made after the bridge was broken? It was like, what, yesterday? When did this happen? That's ridiculous! You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. Ha! That guy is good. No, he's not. He's an idiot. When was he killed? When did this happen? There's no dates on these. February 14. What's today's date? February 14. You drew a whole new map. What's today's date? Damn it. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward! Well, Miss Faye, it seems you've once again made a reckless accusation. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. He provided the map. He provided the wrong map. I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself. No, 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 no. It's not your fault at all. Now then, shall we go on with the trial? No. This is a clown show. I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. Alright, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony? Yeah, lie again for us. But it's so hard to go on. We're all on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry, just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Running from the crime! After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. Yeah, here we go. Saw this coming from a mile away. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. No, you just chuck her in the river. We were told that most bodies who fall in the river are not found. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. It's so stupid. There's literally a river for you to chuck the body in. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Witnessing such violence must have been difficult. Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up. If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished. Don't say that. Oh well. Maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home and drown my sorrows in coffee. Actually, what is the lethal dose for caffeine? Hold on. You know, this is important. Public service announcement. Caffeine lethal dose. Caffeine overdose, how you can die. In moderation, caffeine can have beneficial effects, but in larger doses can put your health, in rare cases even your life, at risk. Caffeine overdose is rare. It's hard to get damaged caffeine. Hold on. Let's see. The lethal dose of caffeine for most people, says Tempo, is about 10 grams, although this varies from person to person. A cup of coffee has around 100 to 200 milligrams of caffeine. And any energy drink contains anywhere from 50 to 300 milligrams. So let's say you're on the high end. You're drinking like strong black coffee, 200 milligrams of caffeine. 10 grams is 10,000 milligrams. If you drink 50 cups, is that right? 5 is 1,000, 10,000. Yeah, no. 50 cups of coffee. So even with the most highly caffeinated energy drink, you would still have to drink around 30 of them in rapid succession to reach the 10-gram range. Chances are if you try to drink that much, your body would stop you before you reach toxic levels. Most of the time, if people have acute symptoms of caffeine toxicity, it starts with nausea and vomiting. So usually that's sort of protective because you just get sick and you throw up the caffeine before it becomes too toxic. Okay, so about 50 cups of coffee, 50 cups of strong coffee will kill you. The way he's drinking them, like 17 cups per trial, he should be like puking. Like, he should be like suffering from caffeine poisoning. He wouldn't be dead, but he'd be like puking his guts out. The way they make a really great mocha latte. This trial isn't over yet. Ha! That's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, your cross-examination, if you please. The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack! Alright. I just want to ask her everything, though. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge? Actually, maybe she did fall. Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense. If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy. Oh, now you're admitting it. So her earlier testimony was a lie. If you don't mind, I was asking the witness. Sorry, no need to be so rude. Yes, there is. Wow, young lady. Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could. That's not what you said earlier. Ha! We're one step too slow. And then what did the defendant do after that? Then he carried her over to the car. You couldn't even see the car. You personally witnessed that? Yes. Did anything strange happen when he did that? Well, I don't know if you'd call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off. You mean this scarf? Her words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem. You're the problem. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes. Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult. Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that? Well, the fact of the matter is that he did! That kind of talk is just silly! Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden? Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there. To the broken bridge? But it's February, right? And it was raining that day, correct? There is also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. There's a channeling dojo there? Oh, she is a rival channeler. You know those monks, they just love cold, isolated places. I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse would have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. And you're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body? Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face... So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face? Well, they were far away and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw. Excellent! You are a remarkably honest young woman. Something about this testimony is bothering me, but what? Hey, have you ever put salt in your coffee? Are you gonna puke? No, why would I? Why not? Huh? It may actually go better with coffee than sugar, right? You try it. You try it. Listen, my point is, if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence. He's right, Mia. Go present something. You've got nothing to lose. You've got plenty to lose. By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well after all. Have you tried? Carried her back to the car. Alright, I'm gonna like save here. And then present the map. You can't see the car from where you were. Nope. Did I present it here? Nope. Wait, what? He quickly picked her up in his arms, then he carried her over to the car. I suppose only way he can make sure the body stay hidden. I'm just wondering, like, where do I... and which one do I present? Because this also shows a cliff. Alright, let me like try the photo here. Like the fact that she never should have seen a car. No, I just don't know what, like where the game wants me to present what. Did I do the map here? Okay, here. I figured it out. A killer not wanting his victim to be found, I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. Okay, that's not what I was thinking. Apparently the game doesn't recognize that she can't see the car. The other thing is that he could have just thrown the body into the river to hide it. But why would presenting... I didn't think we have evidence for that, but apparently presenting the map is sufficient. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There is a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. That's not my point, but okay. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful currents. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at that same spot above Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Order! I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Fay. But I must admit, it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. Well, Mr. Edgeworth. Sigh. How sad. Perhaps Miss Fay would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What is he talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Yeah, I know, she didn't see the car. Why is this game like this? Quite true. Miss Fay, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all. But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous. Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Ugh. Please, witness, go on with your testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise the mean lady might yell at you again. I'm gonna yell at you anyway, by the way. Who is he talking about? Alright, I'll do my best. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Alright. Then he carried her over to the car. Alright, I'm gonna... This is new testimony. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge? Okay, we've heard this before. Alright, so this is not new testimony. Then he carried her over to the car. You personally witnessed that? Yes. Did anything strange happen when he did that? Well, I don't know if you call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off. Alright. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body there. What did the man do then? Well, naturally, he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police! And so that's when you called the police. You're sure that you saw all that with your own eyes? Yes, I'm 100% certain. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Okay, let's go back. And by the way, we're just gonna like present present the map again in the same place. Unless I were to present the photo here.